Hey everybody, welcome in. And today I wanted to go over some things that I have been asked for and some things that hopefully will be useful. Previously, I have done a video on what is best to get an exchange, how to use your exchange, and now with the recent 8.0 update, all that is pretty much out the window. All prices have changed, the currencies changed a whole lot. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with the gems and then go on from there. I'm just gonna explain to you guys what I do, what I'd look for, and so on. And what I think is the best use. This may change in the future as we're still kind of fresh and we're seeing a lot of changes. But for now, this is the best, what I think is the best use of my currencies. So in the gems, I don't. So here they've got each token worth between 100 to 200 per currency, and it looks like the more exclusive tokens are 200. The standard tokens are 100 gems. Now that's a little bit cheaper than previously, I believe. I think previously things were a wee bit cheaper, and that matches up with in the shop. So if we go into the shop, the packs that you buy, 500 gems at a chance at a token. So you have a chance at any tokens, 5 to 10 per pack of gems. So working on the minimum you can get is 5. So it's works out to about 100 per token, which is actually on par this time with what you're getting. So you can actually choose what you want, and it makes more value for your gems. So when you're a younger player, a newer player, and you don't have a whole or nearly every character, and you don't mind who you get, opening the packs are better to just get more tokens. But once you start maxing them and you don't really want to max the same or get the tokens from the same characters, and you don't have very many options left to max, I think once it starts getting near 50% or just over the 50% mark, when you've got them done, or the ones that you want and don't want, then it starts getting more worth it going and getting individual tokens. My own opinions is what that is. And you can also get down here all of the different gear items for creating gear, which are quite expensive, I think. As based on the way I do my calculations on what the same amount of gems or currency can get you in any other modes and things like this. So the gems can get you gold, they can get you energy to farm and all that kind of stuff. So for 200 plus gems, it doesn't give you much return, is what I'm going to say. I suppose when you're looking at energy spent for all these extracts is actually quite good energy spent. So this is on one of my other videos I did talk about the new items compared to the old ones in price. And some are worth a whole lot more. So you can see I only own 43 of these. That's a new item, whereas I own like thousands or hundreds of these other ones, and they are like over double the price. And I think that's more about exclusivity and just slowing progression, so not everybody just finishes the game and then there's got nothing to work towards. So there is that. And like honestly, for the gems, unless you're a heavy whale, I probably wouldn't purchase any of these. They for the cost of gems. So if we go into cost of gems, looking at this by getting your 50 per day, I think a video I made previously on how to best use your gems is still very relevant. Even though lots of things have changed in the game, still the way you use your gems is the same. So using them on events, refreshing, and energy, if you're trying to grow your levels or things like that. So I think that's the best way. And then for gold, for leveling up characters and things like that. I think that's personally the best use of your gems, and I'd rather keep it for that. Now, as for gold, the gold exchange has just blown up, just like hyper inflated is what I was looking for. The prices of buying things in the gold exchange is just absolutely not worth it. And this is where, like, you used to be able to just use your gems and buy gold, and then use that to just buy all sorts of things from the exchange. Now, not so much. The only things I am buying is the brooms, and that is just because I need these, and this is one of the only places you can get them, and 2,000 to 4,000 is not much gold in the long run. So for the low tier items, they're not too expensive. For any of these other ones down the dusts, it's just better to farm them. You can farm nearly all of them. It's only the brooms that you can only get from exchanges, so I'll try and hold them for exchanges. And I think even this 30k for some of these other extracts is quite a lot. And if this goes on the same principle as the gem ones, the newer ones will be double that, and that's like 60. That's a lot. And even for the strange fibers, gold arena, the gold exchange used to be the place to get strange fibers. Not for 60k. 60k for 5, that's not worth it. So as we're stepping along, I'll just point out the ones that I think are the best value in each one. So tokens, if you need tokens, personally now we just don't get enough club tokens. I used to try and keep my balance around 100,000. Now, just for the inflation of gear costs, it goes down super fast, more than we can get per day. So the things that I find are best priced in here, droplets. Going from the droplets to all of these sharp coal, searing needle, any of those types of gear options. This is probably the best value for the club currency. I started buying the strange fibers at 17,500 for 10, because it's better than the gold, and I thought, wow, you do need absolutely so much of them. Only problem with that is that on every other exchange, all of these other things like droplets and the sharp coals and searing needles, all those types of items, the price is well overinflated as well. So this is what I have found to be the best place to stock up now. So I'm only now just starting to go getting the shit searing needles and sharp coals. I used to try and keep 100 in my stockpiles, and I haven't been since 8.0, since all the prices have gained up, and I've only just started buying them now. So I think I've got enough information to get what I need to get, and of course the newer items of those will be double the price, so that you're looking at like 50 to 60k. And I don't think it's worth buying any of the newer items. I will just try and get them through challenges and through the natural ways to find them until I reach that dead end, and you have to get one for one character that you're upgrading, and then I'll just focus on that. That's the only way. I'm not going to stockpile them, because their price is well overinflated, if that makes sense. Now for the arena coins, I think this is a great place to stock up on like every token. Arena coins are an unlimited resource, although it takes a whole lot longer to get them now, and you don't get as many per the time invested anymore, since games are taking longer and all that, and it's a little bit random. But as you can see here, I'm finding this is the best place to get the strange fibers. They are, I think, what, 2,000 something per stack of 10, and I think that is actually quite a good value. So buying that for 2,000, so this is what I mean, like that is 4 times the price of the searing needle, whereas if you look back here, the searing needle is not 4 times the price of a strange fiber. So this is where I'm like basing my inflation and prices by. So this is why I say for any of those other like those types of items, go for the clubs. Use your club currency wisely there, because if you're buying strange fibers there, you're spending a whole lot. You'll have to spend a whole lot more somewhere else to pick up those other items. And even say droplets are even more double that as well. So back here, droplets are not double, they're nearly on par. So it's better to get your droplets from this part of the store than it is for Arena. So I'd say the Searing Needles and the coals and all that kind of stuff from the club. Here for Arena, I would go for the Strange Fibers and also the Extracts. So Extracts are super cheap here, 1,000 here, and also any types of brooms that you need. I'm going to try and keep my stacks at about 200. They're super cheap, and you just have to get lucky. You can either use your refresh here to try and cycle through and try and get more of them, or the ones that you want. But you only see one at a time, and that's why I'm buying the ones where I do see them for 2,000 on the gold, because it's a little bit more reliable and you can choose the ones that you need. So that is why I'm going for those ones. Now, Tower Exchange, great price for Horn King. You get him here. He was always in the shop. This is the most reliable way to ever get him. Previously, he used to sometimes be in Arena, and you just had to use your luck and hopefully get him. Now you can just save up and just ice. For a while, I was unsure about how I was spending, because I think Strange Fibers are very good value here. Same as Extracts, similar to the Arena, but the droplets and the coals and all those types of items are quite expensive as well. So I think these are like what, 4,000 in this, something like that, in this exchange, I think. And that, going by this logic, there's going to be 5-6 times the price for these items, and so that's why I get them from club. So here I'd say go for tokens for ones that you want. I wouldn't get any farmable tokens and use my my tower currency on farmable tokens, although I would use my Arena for any tokens that I need. I think that is worth it. But for Tower, since Tower's a lot more limited, I would only go for a Horn King or someone that is super amazing for you that you need, or that is going to be needed for an event. Other than that, I'll just go straight for Extracts and Fibers, and that's where you can get your stacks stacked up. For the stones, get in whatever you want. Choose which one you want to work with and get a little stockpile of what you want. And as far as the 7-star shop, buy everything that you need. When you don't have much of these 7-star tokens, choose which ones you think are going to be most valuable to you, who you want to max. Things like getting the exclusives, Shan Yu tokens, best value since they're like 1.5 the price anywhere else. So that is going to be like best value. But get who you want, and he is also a great character. But when you get to the stage where you get multiple 7 stars and you keep getting the tokens, then just buy who you want, because eventually you're going to max them all anyway. But choose a couple of people who you want to max first, and then only go for them while you are limited on the exchange coins. So hopefully that all makes sense. Let me know if you've got any questions. So just to refresh, I would say Strange Fibers and Extracts from the tower is our best value. Get brooms from Arena, as well as Strange Fibers and needed Extracts. I'm just going to try and have stacks of like 300 or so. I might have to adjust this because I know prices have gone up a lot. I used to try and keep 200 stacks. I know like fire extracts I've got a lot, and I've stocked up on those, and I'm trying to stock up on heart extracts. But stock up on things as much as you can while you can, as long as it's within your budget. So depending on how much you would play Arena. And then for the club, I would go for any of these sharp coals and and droplets, whatever you're most in need of. So I'm over 200 on all of these, so I'm just gonna like, just sitting and trying to have a good stockpile. I'm gonna try and keep my way around 100k tokens, although I spent up last night and got some of these items. So that's why they go, and that's why they go fast, and I need to get traveling. So last of all, the gold. I'd only get the tiny broomskis here, and these are all farmable. All these dusts are farmable. So for everything else is farmable. And for droplets, I think it's the most important. Go to the last stage of heroes. Here, farm your warding essence, and also your hexing essence. So for the essences, these are the best place to get them. These are the only place that I've seen these ones, and it's better to farm these ones than to get them in the shop where possible. So I'd only ever buy the other newer items, and I'd only buy those newer items that you can't farm. And see, like these ones I've got heaps, so I'm not even going to bother doing that one. I don't think the one stone is that worth it. Possibly because I do have a lot of them, but also you get them from, if you need them, farm them. If not, then just see how much you've got. So here I've got like the 400 of this one. So I'm gonna spend my energy on the ones I don't have much of and target those ones. And same with the villains. If you go to the one stage back, stage 6, and here I'm going to be spending mine on the Shadow Essence and also the Luminous Essence, and just trying to stock up those stacks, because on all these other ones I've got, this is like 400, 1,000, 600, and it's better to spend your energy and target things that you need. Is what I'm trying to go for. So I go for those ones first, and then I go for gold, which is stage 7, the best gold, 5,000 compared to the 450. I skip over tokens now because I've maxed a lot of things, because tokens give you less of the other rewards, they less gold, and that's what I'm here for. So hopefully that has been helpful for you all. Use your currency wisely. Make your own stockpile list of how much something you need, and it's important. One other thing about farming. So any of these other items are farmable. So if we look in here, you can find these anywhere in any of these campaigns. Just choose one that gives you the best rewards, which would be Heroes 3B. And then you can have a chance to pull 3 of them to make all those other stacks. So by doing that, I tried to load up on those. I got all my characters. I just took them from tier 2 to tier 3. Fairly easy. It was only a couple of days of farming all of those different essences, and I'll do that again, and I'll probably take them more from 3 to 4. And because all the lower levels are fairly easy to tier up. So here I can find these other dusts, luck dusts, on any of these farmable campaigns, and it's by far worth it. And same with these other fire dusts. So farm these up, and all you need is the missing brooms, and then just pick those up from the exchange where you need it. I want to try and keep my stacks up around 200. Using a gold exchange as well as arena, because I think those are the best value, and hopefully that has helped. So let me know if that has been helpful for you all. I wouldn't buy any of those other lower tier items besides the ones that you can't get anywhere else from the exchanges. So farm everything that you can, and anything that you can't farm, spend on arena. So hopefully that helps, and we'll see you guys next time. Let me know if there's any other videos that you want me to touch on or look into, and I'll see you then.